Hey guys, it's Arbit again. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be going over the first week of EDA draft league, and we're going to be going over the team that I've built to help deal with this opponent. So I'm just going to go over general thoughts, and then we're going to get into the team. So as a reminder, my team is Dracovish, Jirachi, Mega Charizard X, Rotom Mo, Tornadus Incarnate, Comfey, Krookodile, Drapion, Araquanid, Krookodile, and Bewear. And my opponent here is going to be having a Tornadus Therian, Zero Aura, Mienshao, Krookodile, Empoleon, Weezinglar, Centiskorch, Gardevoir, and Mega Sceptile. So first note is that everything here is extremely fast. Well, a lot of the stuff here anyway. Especially a Krookodile being able to wear a Choice Scarf. Everything is extremely fast, and I'm going to have a lot of trouble outspeeding things. So I guess like some of the things is that I've accepted not being able to outspeed most of the Pokemon here, at least most of the fast threats, and instead have opted to try and just break past them and be able to deal with them defensively, and also just smashing them so they can't really get much going. So without further ado, I guess we'll go into the team. So first off we have Dracovish. So here we have Strong Jaw with Vicious Rend, Ice Fang, Earthquake, and Outrage. It's kind of obvious what I'm going to be clicking most of the time, Vicious Rend. Nothing really likes Vicious Rend in this matchup, apart from Mega Sceptile, which isn't even that strong defensively, so it really can't take many hits. However, obviously, if I wanted to, I can also click Ice Fang on the switch, which can do massive amounts of damage as well, or an Outrage if no fairies are left. But mainly the job is to click Vicious Rend. Earthquake is also decent to hit Centiskorch, but without having to commit to Outrage. But generally, I don't feel like I'm going to be dealing with Centiskorch with this Pokemon. Actually, no, that's my fault. We're not trying to hit Centiskorch with Earthquake. I can just click Vicious Rend. Earthquake is for just overall coverage, I believe. So just being able to hit things very well, like Zero Aura and Empoleon. I don't know why I said I was gonna click Earthquake on Centiskorch, but yeah, that's not the point. It also hits Galarian Weezing pretty well, especially if it's neutralizing gas, which can remove Strong Jaw. But overall, it's not going to be a move I'm going to be clicking. I just didn't need another move, so it might as well just be nothing, really. So my EV spread is 252 attack, minus special attack, 84 special defense, and 172 special speed with a Jolly Nature. So basically, I really wanted to run Adamant, but unfortunately, Dracovish with a Scarf is still 1 point slower than Tornadus, I believe. So we had to run Scarf instead to be able to outspeed Tornadus Therian. Obviously, my speed is really important as Dracovish. If I'm 1 point faster, then I do double the damage with Vicious Rend. So, yeah, basically nothing really like switching into this, but if I can just catch it on, if I can catch my opponent on a bad matchup against Dracovish, and I can pivot it in, it's always a good time for me, basically. So yeah, next up we're going to have Jirachi. So Jirachi is going to be running Serene Grace with Body Slam, Stealth Rock, U-Turn, and Iron Head with Leftovers. Its HP is 252, 152 defense, minus special attack, and 104 special defense plus. So basically this guy is our pivot. He can also set up rocks, and overall it's supposed to be disruption. So Iron Head is good stab coverage to be able to hit things like Gardevoir and Weezing pretty well, and also just being able to just do some stab damage. It's pretty good. And the other option is Body Slam here. Body Slam, so I was really stuck between three moves: Thunder Wave, Body Slam, and Healing Wish. I really wanted to use Paralysis because obviously Paralysis can help me get Dracovish to be faster than things, especially if it's knocked off for some reason. However, as you can see here, 3 of his Pokemon are immune to Thunder Wave. So Sceptile, Zero Aura, and Krookodile. Technically, Weezinglar can run Misty Terrain, but I personally highly doubt he's going to bring that, especially if he wants it to deal with things like Dracovish. Then he might want to run Neutralizing Gas instead, or he might want to run Levitate to avoid Ground-type moves. Personally, I just don't see the value of Misty Terrain in this setting, especially with... I don't think I have many like dedicated disruptors on my roster that he might be forced to bring Misty Terrain, especially since it also weakens his Mega Sceptile's own Dragon Pulses, or Drake. I don't think he gets Drake Meteor. But yeah, I don't think he wants to run Misty Terrain in here. However, I decided to arrive at another solution, which was Body Slam. So Body Slam normally has a 30% chance to paralyze. However, with Serene Grace, it actually has a 60% chance to paralyze any opponent. This allows me to paralyze everything that isn't Zero Aura instead, so which is a pretty good solution in my opinion. Obviously, I do have to be afraid of some contacts like Flame Body on Centiskorch. However, I do think he's going to be running Flash Fire to deal with Mega Charizard X, so I doubt that's going to be a problem. Basically, the idea here is just to set up rocks and U-turn. However, if I have the opportunity, might as well click a Body Slam or two in case to fish for paralysis. So yeah, the other option was Healing Wish, but personally I didn't find the need to use that when I had other options for healing as well on most of my other Pokemon. So yeah, we're just going to move on. Next up, we have Mega Charizard X. With the Charizard X, obviously, its ability being Blaze that turns into Tough Claws and gets Dragon Dance, Flare Blitz, Earthquake, and Roost. The standard set, basically, it hits everything extremely hard. Yeah, it's really like, I guess the only thing it can hit is Levitate, Weezing, which might be a possibility, but I think I have other solutions for that. It also doesn't hit Centiskorch super effectively, but what can it do back to me? I'm not really sure. Maybe it can just Fire Lash me down, but I quad resist all his attacks really. So I'm not too afraid of that. Basically, if this thing gets going, then it gets going, and I just need to kind of eliminate or whittle down certain walls, such as Krookodile. Sorry, not Krookodile. Empoleon, maybe Krookodile for the Intimidate. And Weezing. But once those guys are down, I can kind of just destroy everything pretty well. I'm not too afraid of Gardevoir because I am neutral to its attacks, but I do invest special defense as well. I have 252 attack and 192 plus speed, which allows me to outspeed Krookodile, especially Choice Scarf Krookodile after one Dragon Dance. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention for Jirachi, the defensive EVs are to survive one Flare Blitz from a Centiskorch, just in case I need to. It just seemed like a decent benchmark to hit. There's no real reason for it, there's no real strategy to surviving one Flare Blitz, but hey, it might be able to help me out at a pinch at some point. The rest is in special defense. So yeah, this guy's just going to be our sweeper at the end, setup sweeper, but can also be just a breaker as well. Obviously, it has a monstrous attack stat, and Flare Blitz is a phenomenal move. So hopefully I can get this out eventually and do a lot of work. Next up, we're not bringing Rotom-Mow. Actually, it has a pretty terrible matchup here. It gets kind of beat by Tornadus, Zero Aura, Krookodile. Well, not Krookodile really, but yeah, just I didn't like its... oh, and it loses hard to Sceptile Mega. I just didn't like its matchup here, so instead we're bringing Tornadus next. With Prankster, U-Turn, Defog, Hurricane, and Focus Blast. Basically, those guys just here to do damage and defog. Heavy Duty Boots is to help with Stealth Rock immunity. And it outspeeds, I believe, Miensha, so that's pretty good. Basically, like... I mean, the ability is kind of useless. Defiant was the other one, obviously, but Defog Prankster is good if I'm really low and just need to defog something in front of something that might kill me. Why not, right? It's invested into special defense a little bit with the leftover EVs because it might help me in the Tornadus 1v1. Obviously, it's just kind of like the spamming Hurricane who wins. So really, that's just how... It's a pretty straightforward Pokemon. Everything here that takes a Hurricane doesn't appreciate a Focus Blast, so that would just really just be Empoleon. And Zero Aura, so I kind of have perfect coverage on this, so hopefully I can do some damage on this and hopefully land some hits. I didn't really want to run Air Slash because it's not the best special attacker in the world, so kind of need that output. Alright, next up we have Comfey. So Comfey is going to be 252 HP, 4 defense, 252 special attack, and a modest nature, with a life orb, and its ability is Triage with Draining Kiss, Giga Drain, Calm Mind, and aromatherapy. One thing I'm kind of afraid of right now is being status, especially by Dracovish. If I have Flame Body, Centiskorch, or if I'm like paralyzed or something, I want to be able to deal with it, or scalded by Empoleon. And basically aromatherapy is just there to do that. Giga Drain and Draining Kiss are great stab combos, and really the only things I'm walled by is Galarian Wheezing and Scorch in that case. Even Empoleon doesn't appreciate Giga Drains after being set up. Obviously, one of the things is that I don't have phenomenal damage output from the get-go, but Modest Natured Life Orb is phenomenal. I didn't feel like running speed because, as you know, Comfey has the ability Triage, which basically gives it infinite speed when using attacks. There are some cases where I want to run speed, like, you know, outspeeding for Combines, but I didn't see the need to in this case. Yeah, so Giga Drain and Draining Kiss are going to basically be great sweeping at the end. They're good revenge killers as well. And fun fact, I believe I can set up on Gardevoir, I believe. If it doesn't run Side Shock anyway. So we'll next move on to Bewear. So I believe that's our final Pokemon. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. So Bewear is going to be our final Pokemon this round. I just thought it was going to be a really great breaker, kind of like a secondary to Dracovish. This guy is pretty damn slow, but that's okay. It's basically meant I didn't have to invest much speed, apart from to outspeed Adam and Scorch, which might be coming. So I feel like Scorch has a pretty decent matchup into me, so I'm pretty sure my opponent's going to bring it. But if not, then that's great as well. Basically, Fluffy, which doubles defense into Double Edge, Close Combat, Drain Punch, and Earthquake with a Choice Band. He's just here to dish out massive amounts of damage really hard, basically. A Drain Punch is there for recovery in case I don't need to hit something very hard but also want to survive. It's a pretty decent option. Can help with some 1v1s, maybe against Zeraora, for example. So basically, yeah, this guy's just to do damage. Not much more needs to be said. So yeah, that's basically my team for this round. We'll see how it goes, but I won't find out for another few days because that's when the battle starts. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Any feedback on the team would be greatly appreciated, but I think I drafted pretty well, and I think I dealt with my threats pretty well. I don't really have an real electric resist apart from Charizard X, but I think that it's going to be fine, especially with Bewear kind of resisting all Zeraora's attacks pretty well already. And Charizard X also being able to deal with it to a certain degree. And Jirachi also kind of sitting there, not doing too much to Zeraora, maybe body slamming, but basically, like, it's not a bad matchup, I think. It could be better. Like, Claydol's not great because Claydol's a ground that is weak to Dark, which Zeraora almost always runs knockoff, so that's gonna be a bit scary. So I didn't want to bring that. Yeah, just generally, like, I think that I dealt with all the threats pretty decently. So yeah, well, I guess for you guys, you'll see me after the battle. Alright guys, welcome back to the battle. So now we're gonna see what we have here. We got Scorch, Sceptile, Empoleon, Tornadus, Mienshao, and Krookodile. So I think here it's pretty darn safe to just lead Tornadus here. Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna lead Tornadus. So he leads off of Krookodile. I instantly revealed Prankster. Here, I guess we can test if he is Scarf, but then he might just rock me. I don't think he ever Earthquakes here, so it might actually just be safe. No, then I could get knocked off. I think I just U-turn here. If he Rock Slides me, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so he is slower than me. He is Intimidate, he's slower. He's probably going to try and set up rocks here. I think Bewear is quite safe here. Nothing really wants to take a close combat. Yeah, so he gets some rocks. Here he probably has two switches, either Scorch or Tornadus. But I think here I can just Double Edge, and that should be pretty good as well. Kind of hits everything pretty hard, so I'll go for that. Yeah. He does go Tornadus, and I'm going to double edge, and I'm going to Oko him. Beautiful. So that's a really good start. Tornadus was his first draft, and you know, it's probably the strongest Pokemon on there. So getting rid of that really early is really, really good. Mienshao comes in. What's he gonna do to me? He's probably gonna close combat. That's perfectly fine. He can't really do anything to Tornadus unless he Stone Edges. And I kind of want to get rid of this stuff, but actually another thing I could do is just stay in. I'm not sure how much I take to this. I'm gonna actually calculate this. So I believe Bewear, choice band Bewear versus Mienshao. Yeah, he doesn't do enough to kill me. I'm just gonna double edge again. If he doubles out into Empoleon, that's just shit for me. I can always Drain Punch back up later to get back my... yeah, so Knockoff doesn't do anything to me. I double edge here and I knock out another Pokemon. That's beautiful. Bewear is putting in so much work this game already, and it's only turn of 3. This is amazing. At this point, he really doesn't have a switch in. I mean, he can go in Crook, but then I can just close combat and I still do a lot of damage. And I'm kind of happy sacking it right now. I guess he goes Sceptile and just Leaf Storms, but that's just a free Jirachi for me. Or I just sack it and go into Comfey. I do still need to be wary. Comfey can still be walled by Centiskorch, so especially if it's Flame Body, I don't want to just go in on that. So he does go Crook. I think I'm just gonna go Drain Punch now. Oh, and he does pick up the KO. That's perfectly fine for me. Fluffy only applies to contact moves, so my defense was much less here. I think I can go... I think I go Tornadus here. I think I just go Defog, because I am faster. Even if he Rock Slides, that's perfectly fine. Nothing appreciates Tornadus here in this very moment. Oh, right. I completely forgot about that. I forgot about the ability to block Defog. What should I do here? I think I have to U-turn. How much does I do? Or I could just Focus Blast for Chip. But I really do need to get the fog off later, so I think I must U-turn. Yeah, because I need to preserve Tornadus in order to bring out Charizard later. So we're gonna bring out Comfey, and it's gonna take a knockoff. That's perfectly fine. And now I'm just gonna try and I think I just try and Draining Kiss here. He might expect something like a Wish or something like that. But I think the obvious thing would be to go Centiskorch here. Yeah, I think he goes Centiskorch here. But even if I do, I can bring in Charizard actually and just roost on his face. He can't really do much about that. Yeah, so out comes Centiskorch. Let's see. He probably wants to go for a fire move here, so actually Dracovish might be a safe switch in. Yeah, I think Dracovish isn't a bad switch in. I think I'll just go him. And I do outspeed, and Vicious Run does a lot to anybody, so I think that's going to be pretty valuable as well. Comfey did lose its Life Orb, so that's pretty unfortunate, but I think that's going to be okay. I still do a lot of damage. So knockoff comes out. Now I speed tie with Sentis Scorch. But he can't do much damage to me, so I think I just Fish's Friend here. He can't... I don't think he has any moves that hit me hard. Of course, knockoff does less damage now, and it's kind of unfortunate I lost my Choice Scarf, but I still do have Charizard as a win condition at the end. And if he switches out, obviously my Fish's Friend is guaranteed to double damage. And especially because Sceptile's not Mega'd yet, even that's not going to appreciate it. I think Empoleon takes a chunk as well, and can't do much back to me either because I'm faster the next turn as well. So I think I'm in a really good position here. I feel like I could have played that a little bit better though. Okay, Empoleon does come out, and I do chunk it for a massive amount. So this move does double damage. This move also does double damage, but this one's stab. So, sorry, no, this does double damage, but it's half, so it's 127.5. This one does double damage. This is stab though, so it's... Whereas this one is just super effective, so I think this does more damage. I think I click Earthquake here. Or I just go Fish's Friend again. I think I Earthquake here. That does about the same amount of damage. If I get burned here, that's unfortunate. Okay. I think if I get burned, I can just go Comfey, so that's perfectly fine actually. I think I rend again. He does protect and restore some health. Scald Protect might be toxic. I think I just rend. Because it's a 2-hit KO either way. And yeah, this one accounts for Sceptile as well. So Sceptile takes a massive chunk, doesn't appreciate that at all. Comfey just comes in and cleanly beats me later. I think I just Ice Fang here. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Comfey comes in. I think I just go Training Kiss, Sentis Scorch. This back, I actually gain health thanks to that. Knockoff is... He's not going to click Knockoff here. He's probably going to click something like Flare Blitz. I might be happy here just to sacrifice Jirachi. Yeah, I think this guy's definitely heavy duty boots. Yeah, this guy's really annoying. How do I get rid of rocks? I think I sacrificed Jirachi here. No. Do I? Well, Draining Kiss does a decent amount of damage, and I think like I can help chip it down, but I don't think I need to, so... I do think I go Jirachi here. Yeah, Jirachi only really helps me while Sceptile, and Comfey is always there to just beat it up again after, so I don't need Jirachi in this matchup here. If he does switch out, that's really nice. But if he just clicks Knock, that's also fine as well. If he Flare Blitzes, he coils. Okay. That is a little scary, but I think I just click Body Press. Because Tornadus can just come in later and click Hurricane. Okay. Paralysis does go off. That's great. Fire Lash. I do survive thanks to my defense investment. That's really great, and I'm also faster than it, so I'm pretty sure that means it's adamant. Here, I have no reason not to Iron Head. and down it goes. Okay, so here comes Tornadus. And here I think I just try and defog. Okay, this is not... Okay, I just got the defog off, that's really great. And I think here I Focus Blast. And it's also not Defiant and Empoleon, so I don't know why he switched in Defiant on this anyway. I think he might have tried to take a Hurricane, but I always had... it was always better for me to defog there because that lets me bring in Charizard. Okay, so down goes Empoleon, out comes Sceptile. I'm happy to sacrifice this at this point. If he's not max speed, then so be it. But I think I just U-turn here. If it does turn into a Crook, for example. Yeah, Sceptile goes for Leaf Blade, so he does... Yeah, so Dragon Claw, Leaf Blade, he is definitely physically invested. And now I just go here. I have no reason to double out because Centiskorch can't do anything to me, I don't believe. So I just click Draining Kiss here. Okay. And now I go Charizard. Take a decent amount from that, but now I'm going to quad resist his attacks. I think here I go for Dragon Dance because he can't do anything to me. Yeah, okay, so I Mega Evolve, I Dragon Dance. I think okay, he's a bulky Krookodile. Can I check based on... Krookodile, let's see. Krookodile took 20 from my Tornadus. Okay, this is a physical. Krookodile. Stealth Rock. U-turn usually does 40, this one does 20, so that means this guy's... Yeah, I do believe that I am modest. No, jolly, I mean. Point standing, U-turn did very little to that. Okay. So if he's maximum bulkiness and my Charizard, Flare Blitz does not enough to kill. I think I just got back out to Comfey here. Okay, I do take a chunk. Really missing the synthesis right now. I think I go for Draining Kiss to get back some health, even if it's Centiskorch. That's fine, I'm honestly chipping it down. Charizard's doing more damage to it than the other guy. I think I Draining Kiss again. Do I? If he switches out to Sceptile now, and he goes for a Dragon Claw, because the only way to kill me is a Dragon Claw, so I can switch back into Comfey easy. So he goes for a Fire Lash. Here I think because I don't know if he's Flash Fire, I'm pretty sure he might be. I'm just gonna go for Earthquake. It hits everyone really hard. Okay, he goes Krookodile, minus attack. Earthquake does very little damage. What did he go for last time? Let's see. He did go for an Earthquake. I think I need to Roost here. Yeah, I think I Roost here. Hopefully he doesn't kill me. And he does kill me, okay. This is actually really unfortunate. I was in a pretty good spot. I don't know. Yeah. He doesn't stay in here for sure. I think I Calm Mind. Oh, and he does go for it. And that's the end of the game. Okay, so GG's. Okay, so that was I think I built my team was built pretty well. I think there were a couple of things. I think my biggest mistakes were during the gameplay. Yeah, I definitely had Sceptile in a really bad spot there, but I feel like sacrificing Dracovish early was not a good idea for me, especially switching in on a knockoff. Yeah, so that was an unfortunate loss. Oh, I need to save the link. I don't think I learned some things from that. I had a really good matchup, I think, and Bewear really put in a lot of work at the start, but I really messed up the late game, I think. If we go back to... yeah, I think definitely here, I could have switched into comfey really safely, and I didn't for no reason. Leaf Storm would have been annoying, but I don't think he would have there. Yeah, from there... Yeah, Santa Scorch was really annoying. I felt like... I think I relied on Charizard dealing with it, and Tornadus, but I think he really did a number to my Tornadus really early, so that was really annoying for me. Knockoff spam was also very powerful against me, because I relied on my items to keep my immunities to rocks, and I think I should have defogged a bit earlier. Definitely that defog on Krookodile was also a big mistake. Completely forgot about Prankster's interaction with Dark types there. Yeah, so that probably cost me the game as well. Sceptile here goes for Leaf Blade. I don't think I could have done anything to that. Yeah, because he could have just gone for Dragon Claw afterwards. Although, to be fair, I don't think he could have done anything to regular Charizard, so staying in and just Dragon Dancing as normal Charizard might have been useful for me. I hear Mega, and I go for a Dragon Dance. I think here Flare Blitz might have been a bit better. Fire Lash was really annoying to deal with. I think I underestimated it a bit much. I think, yeah, I just kind of thought, okay, Charizard's quad resists Santa Scorch, and called at the end of the day. But yeah, definitely this guy did a number to me. And Intimidates spam from Krookodile also didn't help at all. I feel like maybe I should have run a coverage move for it. I don't know what I would have run. Let's see what Charizard gets. Yeah, like Brick Break even. Something like that would have been better. Earthquake was good to deal with Empoleon, but I feel like, yeah, Empoleon wasn't my biggest concern at the moment. At that time. What else could I have run for Krookodile? Yeah, really it was just, should have run Brick Break maybe. Fighting type coverage would have been better. Yeah. Well, that was the game. Yeah, I think I definitely learned a lot from that. I definitely had a really good start and just kind of fell off at the end. Although his combination of Santa Scorch and Krookodile was really annoying to switch into, because he can just pivot around. So that was really annoying. So good, very good on my opponents for doing that. So yeah, that's the end of week 1 for the EDA. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.